Gary Brown here. Today we're going to be looking at a recipe where I'm trying to take something that we usually cook inside, move it outside to the Cobb grill. So we're going to be cooking salmon with a nice creamy risotto. And one thing about that salmon is you want to get wild caught. You don't want farm salmon. Wild caught tastes so much better, and it's a lot better for the environment. So we'll be using two different Cobb grill surfaces for this. The first thing is the frying wok pan, that sort of silvery deep thing. And then the other thing we'll be using is the griddle and the roasting rack. So we'll be doing this in two steps. The risotto, a lot of times you hear you need to stir and you stir and you stir and you stir. You don't need to do that. We're going to make it a bit spicy, add some shallots, some jalapeno peppers, and since this is salmon, I'm going to be using fish stock, though of course you could substitute chicken stock, vegetable stock. The fire needs to be really hot and a fair amount of coals. You can use the coconut briquettes, you can use charcoal, raw charcoal. So you heat up the griddle here for about 20 minutes as usual. Put in the shallots, the hot peppers. Then we start adding the rice. You cook that a bit until it's nicely browned slightly. The wine deglazes, and you're going at each one of these steps. You're stirring until you have the liquids absorbed. You don't have to stir all the time. So after you add that fish stock, cover things up, pop the lid off every couple of minutes, keep stirring every few minutes, and you're done when the rice is kind of a little bit chewy, not mushy, al dente. Dump in your Parmesan cheese, mix that in nicely, and then take it inside. If you're cooking at home, cover it with some aluminum foil, put it in the oven to stay warm. If you're out camping, wrap the thing up in a couple of towels. You want it nice and warm when we come to the point where we're going to be eating the salmon. We'll be glazing the salmon. I'm using some amazing ghost pepper infused maple syrup, orange juice, orange zest, and I said lemon in there in that text. You know, it's an orange. It really is an orange, trust me. And orange liqueur. And you'll be reducing this down in a little stovetop pot at home. If you're going camping, bring it with you after it's been reduced. So now we're going to heat the griddle up, and after that's hot, a couple tablespoons of oil. Let that heat up, and then just put the salmon on it after it has been glazed. And you probably want to season the salmon a bit too. So put that down there, sizzle it up until the skin is crispy. Nothing worse than soggy salmon skin. Try saying that 3 times faster. After that's done, put the roast rack on. Put the salmon skin side down on that roast rack. Put a probe in there, cover it up, and heat until the probe hits at about 135 degrees or so. Now, depending on what the weather is, what your temperature is, what you're going for is the glaze cooked down and the top of the salmon. You can push it in a little bit. You can tell it's moist. Use your fingers to kind of touch things, your eyes to see if things are done. It's a bit of an art. When you're done, there it is. Nice and moist, the glaze cooked down with a good spice on it. And you could always smoke this too, throw a couple of wood chips on. So store up the risotto, plate it up, bit of a salad on the side, and away you go. And you don't need to just eat simple roasted things when you're out camping. You can make yourself a full meal on that Cobb grill. So there's the folks at Cobb. Get a hold of them. You look at their Facebook page and check out that Three Rivers Farm site I've got listed there. They sell all the time at the farmers market here in the Twin Cities. So stay tuned. More videos coming up. Thanks a lot for watching.